conversation with you instead of you just filibustering.
You are the most verbally abusive, controlling, aggressive, grumpy old fuck on the internet. So shut the hell up coming up here like I deserve respect. You don't. You don't deserve anything, Gary. So shut the fuck up.
God can be denied both directly and indirectly. Do you accept or reject that?
If I was born, so do you think that a fertilized egg is a fully realized human being?
Is it it depends on what you mean by a fully realized human being.
Well, I'm asking you what you think. This isn't according to me. This is according to you.
What you're trying to do is...
Gary, we're not playing this stupid game, so answer the question.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and what you are doing right now is...
Yeah, and it's going to involve me asking you questions. Because you're in my house, bitch, so shut the fuck up, okay? I am addressing your claim by asking I have to ask like 2 questions. It's very simple, actually. So you gotta unmute yourself.
Okay, see, we're gonna go to that tactic again. So when I'm objecting, being rude and obnoxious, you're gonna mute me?
Okay, so I am 100% addressing your claim that you made.
You're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
You don't know where I'm going yet, so you don't know that.
You're just bickering with me at this point.
Okay, Darth, I don't need you. I don't need you for this, so I can just say it without you if you want to go there.
Okay. No, I'd like to finish what I'm saying to you instead of you rudely over talking me and muting my microphone.
You asked me a question. I'm answering your question.
Here we go again. Okay, you're afraid to have an adult interaction with me. I can smell the fear.
The only one who's scared is the guy that won't answer any questions. You asked me, can a denial of God? Oh shit! What the hell was it? It was can you directly or indirectly deny God or something like that? I don't 100% remember, but that's what you asked me. Could you restate it? Because obviously you're going to remember better than I can.
Okay, I just want to let the audience know he keeps on muting my microphone in order to shut me down. So he antagonizes me, so then I leave, and then he can claim victory.
You sound just like the. Yeah, calc is short for calculator, guys. Chat. Calc is short for calculator. The rage bait isn't going to work, Gary.
There's no rage bait here. What I'm trying to get, my point is finish my point, and what you're trying to do, which is even obvious to all of your unbelieving fans out there, you're trying to block you having a conversation with me.
You're doing that right now by steamrolling and not addressing my questions.
Are you familiar with modus imponens?
Darth, we're not doing this. I don't care, okay? I don't need you. This is good for lulz and views, but I don't actually care. You said something about somebody can deny God's existence directly or indirectly. You asked me this question. I'm answering the question.
You're over-talking me and you're muting me in order to block having...
You asked me the question about denying God directly or indirectly. I'm addressing that exact question.
You keep on muting my microphone and you're over-talking me. You're deliberately doing it because you're afraid to have...
I'm not afraid. You asked me a question. I'm answering the question. Then stop dodging the question.
No, you're doing shtick right now. You're absolutely doing shtick.
You're doing anything other than answering this question. So... literally, this is your last warning. You asked me if you can directly or indirectly deny God.
You keep on over-talking.
I'm going to keep doing it. You asked me, can somebody directly or indirectly deny the existence of God or something to that effect? I am answering your question, and we are not moving on until I address your question. But it involves me having to ask you 2 questions.
By the way,
are you okay with this, or are you just going to act like a fucking crybaby?
Okay. I actually predicted to a friend...
You don't have any friends, Gary. Shut the fuck up. Are you going to let me address the question you made?
Again, I'm going to leave because you're not allowing...
I fucking double dog dare you, Gary. There, you just got muted. So are you a liar? Yes, he's not a liar, so good for him. Okay, this is what I was going to say to him. He said something to the effect, I don't remember 100% exactly, but you can directly or indirectly deny the existence of God. So I was going to ask him, I did ask him, is a fertilized egg a fully realized human? And he started answering it, but then he realized, well, I only participate in conversations when I know exactly what's going to happen. So he was going to do anything other than answer this question. I'm certain that he does think that a fertilized egg is a fully realized human. I was then going to ask him, does a fully realized human have a conscious experience sufficient that they can know that God exists or form a belief that God exists? The answer to that question is obviously no. So then would Darth say that a fertilized egg doesn't know God exists? He can't say that. That's catastrophic to the presuppositionalist argument worldview. That's where that was going to go. So, Gary, you lose by forfeit. Shibbity hibbity bibbity bibbity bobbity bibbity dibbity ibbity bibbity whippity boo. Something something shlammalama ding dong. Nobody can tell me that I did not just say something that's true. So you think that there is such a thing as intelligent design?
Absolutely.
What evidence of intelligent design do you see?
Well, can you explain the way that a seed is...
I didn't ask you to see if you can find an answer to a question that I don't know. A question that I don't know the answer to. I asked you for evidence of intelligent design.
It's intelligent. It's obviously intelligent. You can see...
Instead of begging the question and just declaring that it is this way, could you give me any evidence of anything intelligently designed?
Okay, for instance, if I take they have this new technology now that you can take a leaf.
No, I'm not asking you to tell me something about technology or something man-made that we already know is designed. I'm asking you, give me evidence that something we already know isn't designed is designed.
Okay, and I'm going to explain it to you.
No, you weren't going to do that, actually. So tell me how you give me the evidence that life is designed. Don't do it through analogy. Don't do it by saying, well, here's an example of something that we know is designed, therefore life is designed too. Give me evidence.
To listen and have patience.
I have talked to literally hundreds of people that do the exact same thing. I am like a carpenter who makes stairs. I can see 10 steps ahead of you. It's in my mind, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So give me evidence of something about life being designed. Not by way of analogy, give me evidence.
Okay, and I was giving you evidence. You obviously are not intelligible.
I am interrupting you to repeat the prompt, which is for you to give me evidence. Not to crow about what you don't like about me. Give me evidence.
It's not what I don't like about you.
So I'm interrupting you again because you did not give me any evidence. You started to crow again. Give me evidence of intelligent design in life.
When you have people who are intelligent, that have an ability to think, reason, have insight, have an ability to take knowledge and process it in order to reach reasonable conclusions, and they can create themselves, they can create.
So I'm interrupting you because what I told you not to do is to give examples of things that are known to be designed, which is what you literally just started to do. So can you give me evidence of intelligent design in life?
Different expressions of intelligence. How do you explain?
So we actually already went over this. I'm going to interrupt you again because I told you don't try to find a question that I can't answer because that doesn't prove that you are right. What I said was give me evidence of intelligent design in life.
So anyway, obviously, that you're not intelligible enough to to process,
So what I said was, give me evidence of intelligent design in life.
Can you give me examples of intelligent?
I'm not the one that believes that. So I don't know what that was right there. That was like when you back an animal into a corner and it pisses and shits all over itself, like as a defense mechanism. That's kind of what you did there. That was the shit piss fallacy. So instead of giving me a piss shit fallacy, can you give me evidence of design in life? See, we got there. You don't have any evidence of it. This is just a declaration that you make. You have zero evidence. What you have is you try to find out questions that people that believe in evolution can't answer as if that means you're right. That's not what that means. I could sit up here and say, hey, dude, if God created us all, why has my dad never said, I love you? And then you don't know the answer to that, and then that means that your idea is false? No, that's not how it works.
There's plenty of scientific reasons why your dad never said, I love you.
Scientific reasons? Okay, so do you have any scientific evidence that life is designed?
It's everywhere. Open your eyeballs. Are you
So
dumb?
instead of begging the question and then just saying, my evidence that life is designed is that life is designed, could you give me any evidence?
The evidence is in the intelligence of man.
So instead of begging the question and then saying the evidence of intelligent design is that we see intelligence, could you give me any evidence?
And unreasonable.
I didn't hear anything you said because I was talking. So instead of begging the question, can you give me any evidence?
So you're just gonna discount what I just said?
What no, because you are going in circles and begging the question. What evidence of intelligent design is there? Answer number one, Daniel. Daniel, stop. Daniel, quit it. I asked you for evidence, and the first thing you said was, look around you. So the evidence, you're just begging the question by doing that. And then you begged the question a second time by me saying, when I asked you, what evidence of intelligence is there? You said, humans are intelligent.
It doesn't happen like that, buddy. It doesn't happen like that. You don't just drive a bunch
You know that I didn't hear a single word you said, right? Because I was talking. Okay, well, maybe now you understand it. Give me the evidence.
You give me the evidence.
I don't believe in intelligent design. You're pissing and shitting all over yourself again. Daniel, do you have any evidence yet?
I gave you evidence.
No, you didn't. You begged the question. You told me to look at the trees. Well, guess what? I'm friends with the Lorax, and he speaks for the trees. And the Lorax said, "You're a fucking idiot."
If I can connect a thing to a leaf and listen to the sounds of a leaf because of my intelligence and ability to take sound waves out of something that doesn't even make sound, then it shows intelligent life, that life is intelligent.
Trees make tree leaves rustle in the wind. Me, Daniel, me, RM smart, me hear leaf rustle, me think intelligent design. What are you doing? What are you doing? Daniel, what are you doing?
You're not even arguing about anything. You're not even giving any examples of intelligent life or lack
Daniel,
thereof.
I don't believe in intelligent design. Why would I give you the evidence of the thing that I don't think is true? I'm asking you for evidence.
So if you can't even articulate it, then and you can't.
I don't believe in intelligent design. Stop asking me for evidence of it. I don't believe in it. I'm not going to do your homework for you, okay? Give me evidence. Don't tell me to look at trees and listen to the rustling of leaves. Give me evidence.
Okay, so here we go again. This is planet Peterson embarrassing himself again. Okay. Now, do you want to have an intelligent discussion and disagreement? Yes or no? Now, if
you're incapable of that, again, but we will have a one-way intelligent conversation about evolution because you don't know anything.
Okay. How do you overcome the combinatorial problem?
The combinatorial problem about the odds of the random mutations. I'm still talking, you fucking dumb shit. The combinatorial problem. The combinatorial problem is that random genetic changes could not accumulate.
Okay, I just muted your microphone. If you're going to continue to be profane and vile with me, you'll be removed. Okay? So,
natural selection is the answer.
Okay.
I just gave you the answer. It's natural selection. You somehow forgot that that's how evolution works.
Okay. What comes first, random variation or natural selection?
Random variation.
Okay. So, what are the odds of an ordinary protein forming by random variation?
That's not how evolution works, and you know
That's not an answer to my question.
Your question is invalid because you're stupid.
What are the building blocks of the coding sequences for a protein? So he's just doing shtick here. Now I'm going to keep on muting you unless you act.
The answer is
like
amino acids.
Okay. Now, how many amino acids does it take in a polymer to form an average protein?
Today, I don't know the number. It's probably big, but if life evolves, then that means that the proteins in the past were shorter than the proteins of today.
Can you give me a ballpark figure? A ballpark figure of what a basic how many amino acids does it take to form a protein? Just a ballpark figure.
I'll give you an answer in just a moment here.
No, I didn't ask you to look it up. You claim you know this stuff, so you're looking it up. So you just embarrass
a couple
yourself.
Hundred. Yeah, because so rote memorization is the same thing as intelligence. You are so fucking dumb. It's so embarrassing.
All right. Listen to me. I'm gonna give you one final warning. If you persist in being vile, profane,
if you persist in being scientifically illiterate, I'm going to.
Okay, you can do your shtick all you want. Now I'm going to say this for your benefit and the audience. Okay, I would rather not mute you and kick you, but if you're going to continue to be abusive and vile, I will. Now, what are the odds? Do you have any idea what the statistical odds in random variation? Okay. Do you know in the DNA code what are the units that code for amino acids?
So to be clear, do you know the combinatorial problem? I start answering it. What about how many amino acids does it take to build a?
Okay, all right. You are grossly embarrassing yourself to the audience. Now, what are
you have switched the topic 3 times. 3 times.
Okay. Now, I'm warning you. I don't want to have to.
You have switched the topic 3 times.
Okay. No, I'm telling you. If you don't,
scientifically illiterate, grumpy old.
Okay. Here we go. If I'm telling you, final warning. If you don't become
old, dumbass, old, scientifically illiterate.
Brother's annoying me. Can you leave? Thank you.
Sorry, I was playing. Come to my room. You come to my room.
I'm sorry. Give me.
You in TikTok and you don't leave me alone.
Give me a second. I'm sorry.
No way.
I'm sorry. This little bitch. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Could fly, but
Shut up!
I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I need to lock door. I don't have key. Okay, carry on. Don't laugh. Carry on.
Do not redeem.
Do not redeem it. Why did you redeem it?
Okay.
Do not redeem it. Your mom says this.
Yeah, just the only important part is when you're being cross-examined, you can't answer questions with questions.
Yeah, so they do that in court all the time.
You would know. Yeah, before I do that, the moral grandstanding at the end there. So, tax cheats, wife beaters, and people that let convicted child molesters share a cabin with 11-year-old boys at their park don't get to morally grandstand.
Ad hominem. I knew he.
Hold on, dude. It just astounds me to witness the depths of your intellectual vacuity from which you operate. It's as if you have achieved the remarkable feat of navigating through life with all the cognitive ability of a sloth with CTE, just blissfully unaware that your mental faculties, or really lack thereof, possess the sophistication and refinement of a turd in a hallway. I mean, really. You could argue that if we added your IQ to the IQ of all 8 billion humans alive on this planet, we would end up with a negative number. I would suggest that you consider the possibility that you are, in fact, a houseplant. You do not meet the minimum cognitive threshold to justify deserving to even exist. Apart from, at least in your opinion, winning arguments, what would adopting your worldview allow anybody to do that they can't already do?
Yeah, so I'm asking a question.
So the question was, if anybody adopted your worldview, what would they be able to do that they otherwise cannot do, apart from win arguments?
Yeah, so I mean, you're moving the goalpost, but I can answer that. Okay, so in being an Orthodox Christian, you believe in Christianity, and there has been studies, there's empiricist data that you adhere to and subscribe to, in which Christians actually have a lower level of depression.
So
anxiety,
the question was, what are you able to do that other people are not able to do?
I was explaining, but you cut me off.
No, you started saying that if you belong to a social network, there are positive social outcomes for that.
Hang
no
on.
fucking shit. You can compare people that are that are members of Masonic temples or the VFW or the Lions Club or whatever, and you'll find the same kind of data. What can you do that other people can't do?
So what I do is subscribe to a paradigm or a worldview, right? And subscribing and believing.
What the question is, if no, because you're not engaging with it, because you know that the actual answer is nothing. So I'm going to get you to admit that, but we're going to stay on topic here, Mr. Swag. Okay. So the thing in question is your belief system. What does holding your belief system allow you to do? Don't tell me that you're a member of a group that has the belief system. That's what we're talking about. What does it allow you to be able to do that other people can't do?
It allows me to have justification for universal.
I said, other than win arguments, what does your worldview allow you to do that other worldviews can't do?
Abstract, non-material things.
Apart from winning arguments, according to you, what does your worldview allow you to do other than that? Do you fucking get it yet?
It's like the laws of logic, peripatetic axioms, just is, but just is. It's not justification, right?
Presuppositionalism is not a justification. It's just a claim.
Oh, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's an argument. It's not a claim. A claim and an argument is different, right?
How do you know that your worldview is correct?
You just said a claim and an argument is the same. That's wrong. Yeah,
don't arguments have conclusions? Is a conclusion a claim?
No, but
yes.
But a claim
Anyways,
is not an argument, though.
Oh, for fucking crying out loud.
You cry.
How do you know that your presuppositionalist claim is correct?
Because it's
Or
proven.
worldview, whatever.
Proven by the impossibility of the contrary.
How was it proven?
As I said, so we would be looking at your paradigms, and you would have to give a justification for these abstract things, like the laws of logic, like universals, like truth in itself.
What about them?
Yeah, so how would you give a justification for them?
What does that even mean? For them, for
so
them being true, for them
understanding-
existing, what does that mean?
Understanding of philosophy.
What do you mean? So he rage quitted because he can't answer the question.
I believe that you can justify. So it's the impossibility of the contrary. And you're like, oh, that's fallacious. No, it's not, because, again, tag is a comparison of paradigms. That's the point. That's the argument. And you're not giving a paradigm. You're just saying, well, I don't think you've justified it. Okay, so from what standard of truth are you telling me I have not justified it? For what standard are you judging me by that I am not justifying it correctly? You have a paradigm.
Lazily feeling like you don't need to do it is not clever.
You haven't justified your position.
I didn't give you a claim. I'm telling you that I'm open to whatever you're saying, but you're just saying, well, what I don't believe in isn't true. Therefore, you should believe what I believe in.
So essentially, I kind of get what you're saying. So, but essentially, what I'm trying to tell you is that you're telling me that, well, I don't believe you're giving me justification, right? So I'm hearing you. My issue with this is, okay, so what standard, can you give me a standard where what I would need to provide to you so I can justify the position correctly? Because you're just telling me I'm not convinced. Bro,
I don't even know what your position really is.
I'm Orthodox Christian.
Okay, therefore
Sky Daddy's real, and therefore you can't ground morals, ethics, et cetera, without
maybe morals and ethics aren't even real.
Sure, but how would you? Okay, let me ask you: you don't believe in universals?
I don't know what that means.
Do you believe it's universally true that morals and ethics are not real? Because
if they don't exist, then they wouldn't be real.
Do they exist or do they not exist?
If morals are so, can you derive an ought from an is? Because I thought philosophy bros told us that that's impossible going
No,
going way back.
No. Yeah, listen, no, I don't have an issue with that. I'm asking you though.
If morals are what you should do, given blank the nature of God. So if you can't derive an ought from an is, then moral facts are absurd.
So they're not the case?
If you can't derive an ought from an is, I don't see how moral truths can exist.
So they're not the case. Is that universally true?
It's true, like I don't know if I would say it's true by definition, but what I'm doing is I'm just telling you, if you can't, this is false according to you, as far as I can tell, because if you don't think you can, I'm not doing that. First of all, if you don't think you can derive an ought from an is, but that's what a moral commandment would be.
I never made a statement about an ought from an is. I'm asking you.
I asked you about it, and you said, yeah, there's no problem with that. Yeah, so but do you think you can derive an ought from an is?
Hold on a second. Why
no. Do you think that you can derive an ought from an is? No. Do you think that you can derive an ought from... I thought you were going to say, can you stop filibustering again?
Yeah, no. Can you... No, just don't be... Bro, listen, let's be... Look,
this isn't going to go any way that you think it's going to go.
Why can't
do you think you can derive an ought from an is?
Why are you running from
Do you think you can derive an ought from an is?
I will answer your question once you answer mine.
That's not going to happen. Do you think you can derive an ought from an is?
All right, bro. Take it. You didn't answer my universal question.
And you will not engage. Look at this. 2 rage quits. Oh, you can't derive an ought from an is, but I can't admit that. Because then if I claim moral truths exist, I can't do that because they would have to be completely subjective. What the fuck are you idiots? Why are you guys trying? I asked for a double-digit IQ person to come up, and I didn't get one.
You probably work some tech job and don't have any calluses on your hands, but if you were to pick up a shovel and use it over and over again, you're going to build up a layer called a callus that protects you.
Yeah, I know, buddy. I was edging in my front yard for like an hour and a half yesterday, so I know something about manual labor.
You don't got to tell us what you do in your free time, but if you're edging...
I was edging in my front yard because the grass was growing into the lava rock landscaping, so I edged it and put up some plastic landscaping stuff. So I was edging in my yard for an hour and a half.
There's new age edging. Sorry about that. But yeah,
it's not new. People have been edging grass for a very long time.
Has anyone in the chat heard of edging? And seeing how that was kind of interpreted wrong right there.
You being a pervert is not my problem. So, no. In fact, I have a Spanky Bible.
Okay. And who wrote this?
Spanky.
Okay. Where's the rest of it? And what does it claim?
This is it. Every single prophecy in the Spanky Bible has come true. This very conversation was prophesied by the Spanky Bible.
What are the attributes of Spanky?
Every prophet, the exact same as the God you believe in, except he doesn't care if you eat pork. Every prophecy in this book has come true. Future prophecies will continue to come true. Only a divine being could have revealed a perfect text like this. This being is Spanky. Let us slay. So that proves it.
Where does it say you're allowed to eat pork in that Bible?
So the law is written in the hearts of men. and those who have special witness and revelation from Spanky are simply guided toward the moral truth.
So it becomes subjective then. It's not in
No,
the book.
it comes from Spanky.
Well, it's not in the book. You just...
As you, a Muslim, knows, words can be corrupted by men, but Spanky cannot be corrupted.
It cannot be corrupted, but it doesn't even
we
say
go.
if you're allowed to eat pork.
Again, the moral truths are spoken into the hearts of men by Spanky's divine power. And every single prophecy in my Spanky Bible has come true.
What's the evidence for that?
What do you mean? So here it is. Things will happen. Here it is. Things will happen. This conversation was literally foretold in my book.
Yeah, so all right, I'm just gonna say this. I make the transcendental argument that
Jesus fucking Christ.
Without a God, logics, reasoning, and ethics become impossible. And when I say impossible, I don't mean that us humans don't do them. I mean that there's no justification for those things.
You know, I just know that you can't make this argument with your eyes closed. You know how I know that?
I heard you say, I know you can't make this argument something.
With your eyes closed.
Why is that?
Because you're reading a script.
Yeah, so can you explain where we get the justification to do these things without grounding it into reality? Because that would be arbitrary.
Why would that be arbitrary? So without appealing to something other than your God, that's arbitrary and nobody's allowed to do that? Wow. So you're the one with a burden. So convince me that your argument is actually true. Establish the trueness of your premises.
Yeah, if you can't make an argument against my argument, then I'm just going to assume that you don't have any reason to not believe in a God.
Right, so you have no evidence. You can't back up your claims.
I'm making
You're
an
just
argument.
saying.
It's a transcendental argument. Can you argue against it or not?
If God exists, then that means that there is a God-defeating penguin that necessarily must exist. So if you're going to claim that God exists, the God-defeating penguin necessarily exists, therefore God doesn't exist.
I lost you after God defeating penguin.
Yeah, that's because you're not very good at philosophy. So anyways, establish that your premises are true.
Yeah, so explain to me where we get the justification.
What I said was, I didn't ask you to see if there's something I can or cannot do. What I said was, establish that your premises are true. See, you can't make this argument with your eyes closed because you have to keep going off the app in order to read a script, in order to know what you're going to say next. You said, I'm a dumbass and I have a $20 Walmart perm and I can't explain anything. You literally said that word for word. $20 is generous. Ew. Stop it. Yeah, they raised the prices at Dollar Tree, but the products ain't getting any better. That $1.25 perm, it looks just like the $1 perm.
Hey, Mr.
Bro.
Peterson, we love that you're slow as hell and you're going straight to the homonyms, right? Which is kind of
called
crazy.
ad hominems. You're cutting out. Are you in a tunnel? Are you at Dollar Tree right now? Do you have Dollar Tree Wi-Fi to go along with your Dollar Tree perm?
Watch, he's gonna mute me again. Mute me again, Mr. Peterson.
I'm not muting you. You have Dollar Tree Wi-Fi.
Someone a smart should have to go to the homonym to start muting people's microphones. You know.
They're
How
called
crazy
ad
would it be?
hominems.
Let
It's
me
like the
show some
fourth time
evidence.
I've told you what they're
Are you
actually
gonna
called.
Are you gonna let me show you evidence? Or you're gonna keep being a little, small dick white boy and keep muting me. Which one are you gonna do?
Oh, you're racist too.
No, it's not. It's not racist. It's just kind of observable, But are you gonna let me show my evidence or no?
No, nobody wants to look at you.
So it's not me, you slowpoke, right? I'm trying to show you evidence to back up that you're totally a moron and you don't know shit about what you're talking about and you Google everything that you do, right? So let me show you some evidence to back up a theory, how much actual math goes behind a theory.
Okay, I promise I won't nom you.
You said you what? You said you're not gonna hom me.
Yeah, I promise I won't hom you. Do 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 do. Hom do 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 do. Hom do 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 do.
Real quick, do you know when the first time they were able to mathematically quantify when they're gonna have another lunar eclipses? Do you know the first time they did it?
Go ahead and tell us.
So another reason you don't know shit, right? This is another example, guys.
What's going to be really funny is my guest here, who has a Dollar Tree perm, is not going to be able to give an answer. When was the first time?
Homonyms. Let's go. W flat earth. This kid doesn't know shit. He claims that he lives in a water ball that's spinning 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, which you can't demonstrate that your emotion or the gravity is real.
I'm not doing this because you're too stupid to understand that dependent and independent variable doesn't apply to when you're just describing a phenomenon in nature.
Anything that goes through the scientific method has to have an independent variable. Something that's changing.
No, something that goes through experimental design would ideally have it kind of has to have a dependent and independent variable, but not for observed phenomena in nature. No.
Okay, so in other words, he doesn't know. He can't answer the question, guys.
Your question doesn't have an answer. I can prove it right now. What is the independent variable of sound?
I mean, if you can stop muting me, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, it can be different frequencies or amplitudes. All independent variable thing is something changing the experiment. Yes, it is. Sound would be it's literally would have to be the different types of altitudes or amplified frequencies. That would be the change. That's how you measure the independent variable of sound.
No, keep going. This is hilarious. Keep going.
There's no keep going. It's anything that changes in an experiment, right? So I could say time, independent variable in time. Do you know what independent variable in time is?
No, go on. Explain it to us.
All right, cool. So independent variable in time would literally be, do you know what entropy is? I don't know what grade level.
Just saying random words. This is funny.
Can you have time without entropy?
Go on, explain it to us.
Buddy, you don't know shit and you're trying to argue about it. It's kind of frustrating, right? So you couldn't demonstrate a gravitational orbit. You don't know we don't even know which gravity talk about.
It happens at the same
time. See, here's you not answering the question because you know it makes you wrong. Okay? High tides happen at the same time that low tides happen across the surface of our planet.
You go ahead and believe in what you want to believe and tell me that you are not defining what truth is. You enjoy that. You're objectively wrong. Peace out, bro. Now,
so you're running away?
No.
So you're running away because you were wrong about the tides. So water isn't level even on a flat Earth.
If you want to keep going down
no,
this
yes,
road,
you are.
You're going to find that I run
because
straight into you.
You actually did admit that high tides and low tides
exist at the same time.
Yes, they do.
It's an impossibility.
No, it's not.
It's an illogical conclusion.
No, it's not.
It's like you saying that a straight line is curved. It's not possible.
High tides happen at the same time there are other low tides in different parts of the world happening. They happen simultaneously.
How do I define what a low tide is?
Below the mean surface or surface level, below mean sea surface level.
How do I define that location? That determines a certain location, like on a map, where that is located is a low tide.
So, I'm just gonna.
So you can't have a high and a low tide at the same time. I don't care what illogical fallacies you want to conclude.
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do here. Hello, Internet. What we have here is what we call a moron and a liar and a scaredy cat. See, he knows that water can't be level even if the Earth is flat because high tides and low tides happen at the same time, which means in one part of the Earth, if the Earth were flat, the water would have to be higher than the water in another part of the Earth. He knows that high tides and low tides happen at the same time, but he can't admit that because that would mean that he would have to admit that he was wrong. It doesn't even prove that the Earth is not flat, but it disproves his talking point that he uses to claim that the Earth is flat. So now, cornered like a rat, he has to shit and piss all over himself. It's the piss and shit fallacy that we've discussed before on this channel. He is pissing and shitting all over himself like a cornered rat in a desperate attempt to try to get the predator who is going to eviscerate him and rip his head off from not attacking him. But I will always attack these morons because it's so funny. It's so easy to do. So, oh, hey, dude, you're still there. So
now
high
do you
tides and
feel
low tides
better
happen
having
at
your
the
pee
same
in your
time,
balls?
and even you know it.
Does that make you feel better now after you said all that because your pee stuck in your balls?
High tides happen at the same time that low tides happen. So we agree on that. You're wrong about water being level.
And you say straight lines are curved.
I've never
You're
said
illogical,
that.
bro.
What makes the sun and the moon not fall down?
Energy.
Go on.
Anything that stays above or does anything that moves in any kind of motion requires energy. Where that energy is coming from, what's creating that energy, I'm not sure.
So you have no idea. So you can't give anybody a reason to believe what you believe, including you. So the question was, we have two competing claims. How do we go about deciding which one is the better claim?
You don't need to decide which one's better.
So what does your worldview allow you to be able to do? Because so far, I could say P is stored in the balls, and you could say it's not. And there's no reason why one of those claims is better. So now we have, like, this is a completely pointless way of existing, and it does nothing for the world.
To matter. Reality is that which is useful.
Reality is that which is useful?
Your reality of that statement is not useful. My reality of the opposite is more useful. So that creates a better reality.
So you're pragmatic. Okay. But again, how do we decide which one is more useful? Because I could just, or which one is a better approximation of the truth? Because there are all kinds of things that are false that we could believe in that would be useful.
Right. So the one that's more useful is the better truth.
So if I say P is stored in the balls and you say it's not, how do we decide which claim is better?
Well, first off, your initial argument there is not logical. So just come up with something that's like more coherent, right?
No. I say P is stored in the balls, you say it's not. How are we going to decide which of these claims is better?
Okay, define what P is.
Are you trolling, or are you just like literally
No,
a house
saying,
plant?
like you're saying P is stored in the balls. We both know it's not.
Okay, so how well, no, I subjectively claim that it is. So how do we decide which claim is better?
Because P's not stored in the balls. It's more useful for
you
me
can't just restate your claim and then say that's why it's better. Because I'll just say P is stored in the balls.
At this point now.
0 out of 10 rage bait. How do we decide? We have two.
You're asking an illogical argument. So
do you know what a circular argument
start
is?
Off with something that's logical. P.
Do you know what a circular argument is?
Yeah, something that you're given.
No, I am not giving a circular argument. You, unironically, made a circular argument. I said we have two claims. P is stored in the balls. P is not stored in the balls. How do we know which claim is true? You simply said that the competing claim is true. You are doing circular reasoning. Okay, you have a circular argument. My conclusion is the evidence of my claim. No, it doesn't work that way. So we have two competing claims. No, you do not get 1 second. So we have two competing claims.
Do you believe P is stored in the balls?
Hypotheticals don't require any party to believe in one of them literally. So we have two competing claims.
Everybody on this panel that P is stored in the balls.
If there are two competing claims, how do you decide which one is true?
People that P is stored in the balls. Is that your argument?
If we have two competing claims, how do we decide which one is true?
Are you that illogical that you want to say that P is stored in the balls?
I don't believe P is stored in the balls. That's not what's going on here.
Don't come off with me something that you don't even believe in.
I'm not coming with you in any way, shape, or form, ever at any time.
Now you're being circular.
So don't try to recruit me, okay? How do we decide which of two competing claims is better?
The one that's more useful, and P stored in the balls is not useful at all.
How is it not useful?
Because it's not something you believe in.
It doesn't matter. Other people could believe it. So what would be...
So now we're going to do a other people authority argument fallacy and say other people could be.
You're just so goddamn stupid.
You don't even believe that.
because then we can't just say that these things just are or like function like that.
Why can't we?
Because you don't have a justification for it. It'll be arbitrary to say these things just are.
Why is it not arbitrary to say God just is?
Why is it not arbitrary to say God just is?
Yeah.
Because like I've already stated, like, without this type of a being, like, we can't just say that these things are.
Why can we say that God just is?
Why can't we say God just is?
Yeah.
Who said you can't?
I don't know what you're saying. So it's not the case that God just is, but God is required because God is necessary to ground reality and whatever. Why can't reality just be? Why can't reality just be? How come reality just isn't and is the grounding for things? Because that's arbitrary. I don't think it's less. We know that reality exists. There it is. Whereas we don't know that a cosmic realm and a cosmic being exists. What you've kind of done is defined it into existence. You've said there's this other thing that I can't justify, but I claim it's required for other things. Why should I believe that? Because I don't like the alternative. Well, that's not a...
I mean, there's one thing is for sure, is that it definitely is a metaphysical claim grounding logic into reality, though.
Okay. And the problem with that is what?
Then you would have to ground metaphysics. And how do you do that if it's already a metaphysical claim grounding logic into reality, like, along with ethics and reasoning?
I don't know. Maybe it just is.
So you don't know. So therefore...
No, I don't go around claiming that things that we don't have any way of knowing whether or not they exist. Reality exists because I experience it. I can't deny that a reality in front of me exists.
You're doing a good job.
How do you know?
Because the Bible says so.
How do you know that the Bible's words are true?
Because it literally was the first book that was ever written. Come on, it was written in the language that you were talking about. What was that language?
Okay. I have a book that says people that can't afford to buy a washer and dryer and have to hang out at the laundromat all day
Not at the laundromat.
are pieces of shit and live in sin. We can hear the clanking and the clunking, dude. You're not going to get away with this. You have not been working on the railroad all the live long day. Look, if you work harder, you can buy a washer and dryer.
I'm running the dryer. Can I not run the dryer?
So remember earlier when you said that I use my lifestyle to just live a life of sin and just do whatever I want and be bad? No, that's exactly what you do. You have used your presuppositions about your faith to be like, hey, we're all bad and I can just be as bad as I want. And all I have to do is just say that that's how Christianity works and that the Bible supports everything that I do and say. So you being a piece of shit, you just say, I presuppose that my good and holy book agrees with everything I'm saying. So you have a license to do whatever you want. Would you have a problem with me killing your family if I converted to Christianity?
I don't know how you're winning this argument by.
Would you have a problem with me killing your family if I converted to Christianity? Because they're going to go to heaven anyways, because I assume they're Christians, because I assume you control every aspect of their life because you seem like an abusive person. But if I converted to Christianity, there would be nothing wrong with that
from a guy
act.
that hasn't even read the Bible.
Look, people that spend all their time at the laundromat and who are too insecure to turn their camera on and just go around just bloviating and being douchebags on the internet. I have assumed a lot, but there are just some things that you just know. Okay? So anyways,
you mean like faith?
Would you have a problem with me killing your entire family if I converted to Christianity? Would there be anything wrong with me doing that?
No, but you'd still be allowed into heaven if you...
Okay.
Systems of control, and that's why I was an atheist for so long. But then I found out the Earth was flat, and I was like, wait a minute.
You found that out?
Yeah, I did 7 hours. Don't laugh at me. All right, you can laugh at me. But I was like, I did 7 hours of research. I was like, wait a minute, what if it is flat? And then the whole world changed. Like, what if the Christians are right? But then that was a trap too, because the New Testament is all fake.
You
It's
could
all
have
created
just
by the Romans.
literally gone outside and like looked at the moon. We have exactly that evidence. So there you go.
My point is that how do you know that's not an ape's skull and that's...
They are ape skulls. We are apes. It's just that we, the ones right here, didn't used to exist. Instead, it was these different species of human. But we did coexist with some of them.
How do you know they're human? How do you know they're not monkeys or gorilla?
Because we know what monkey and gorilla bones look like, and we know that these are not that.
Or a gorilla or monkeys that went extinct.
Because we know what gorilla and monkey bones look like, and they don't look like these.
What do you mean?
I literally can't explain it to you any more simply than that.
I'm telling you, so these bones...
How do you know that these aren't giraffes?
Because they look like gorilla. They look like apes, but they don't really...
They are apes. Congratulations.
Right, but they're not human.
Yes, they are. Because we know what human bones look like.
Yeah, we know that, but we also know...
Yeah, and that's what these are. So there we go. What's your next question? You do not share 70% of your DNA with a banana, and sharing DNA with something doesn't mean you come from it. Okay? Do you have a brother?
I know, but yeah, I do.
Do you have a brother?
I do have a brother, but you have to understand that...
When did your brother fuck your mom, and then when did she give birth to you?
What?
When did your brother fuck your mom and get your mom pregnant with you?
What does it have to do with anything?
Congratulations. Being related to something doesn't mean that you come from it. Do you understand?
But you're telling me that we can't...
Do you understand? Do you understand that being related to something doesn't mean that you come from it?
My point is, are you claiming...
Yes, that is your point. That was your point. You said we are related to bananas, which means you have to believe you come from bananas. When did your brother fuck your mom? Never, but you're related to your brother? So, being related to something doesn't mean that you come from it. Do you understand?
But you're claiming that our ancestors were apes.
Do you understand?
That has nothing to do. That's
it has everything to do with it, because once again, you said being related to bananas means we come from bananas. That's not what it means. Do you understand?
You're going off topic, right?
No, I'm not. You said this. I'm sticking to the topic. You are desperately trying to change the subject. Do you understand that being related to something doesn't mean you come from it?
I do understand that, but are you claiming that...
Quit interrupting me while I'm gaslighting you. It becomes 10,000 times thinner. Why can't the pressure simply disappear altogether if it can get to tens or hundreds of thousands of times less pressure?
I just told you, because of temperature and the air...
Because of temperature.
The air above us is pushing down the air...
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
It is. This is like... You can research this.
The air at a weaker pressure is pushing on the air at more pressure below it. Do you know how fucking stupid that sounds?
The air above, if you
has
have
less pressure.
Above,
the air above has less pressure.
It's still pushing.
And is able to push on the air with more pressure because of what?
Because of what? What do you mean? The air pressure has density, right? It still has density. Even though it's not...
Yeah, less density.
Even though it's not more denser than the air at sea level, it still have density. So that density above...
Do you understand that when you have two forces and one is larger than the other, it always wins? Do you understand that? Do you know what happens when a car and a train get into a head-on collision? Because you're telling us that the car wins.
I'm telling you, it's never one explanation. You can have multiple explanations for it.
Yes, and your current explanation is literally, it's not just that it's wrong,
Alright, so
it's
this
the
is how-
opposite of what's true.
Trying to gaslight people, but let me explain to you. You can never
Gaslighting a stupid person is just when you have a conversation with them. It's unavoidable.
Okay.
Tell me something that is above you. This angle, or the angle created by this, is 0.0000000171188 degrees. Can you see an angle that is that small?
Relative to what? To me?
To anything. Can you see an angle that is that small?
To the Earth, or like?
It doesn't matter. The angles aren't
Does that
relative to
matter?
anything. Can you discern an angle that is that big?
I think you're
So
misunderstanding.
the question is, can you discern an angle that is that large?
What is relative? Is it relative?
It's not relative to anything. Angles aren't relative to anything. Can you discern an angle that is that small? The answer is no, so I'm going to move on.
Look. You are misunderstanding everything.
No, I'm not misunderstanding anything at all. You said that the stars need to be shifting position because the Earth is moving. The logic of that is okay, except that you don't understand how far away the stars are. I just gave you the number. The angle is 0.0000000171188 degrees. Humans can't see angles that are that small. Not even a hawk can see an angle that is that small.
Wait, listen. Is it compared to a human being, as small as a human being?
It's not compared to anything. It's a fucking angle. The Earth goes from here to here. That creates the base of the triangle. The star is up there. The angle it creates is 0.0000000171188 degrees. We can't see angles that are that small.
Listen, is the Earth looking at it or me?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
No.
Am I as big as the Earth?
Okay, can you, I'm fine with going into that, but can you give me an example of something else that is metaphysical?
Your consciousness, everything that makes up you.
Well, yeah, I know. I meant other than like thoughts, consciousness, or whatever.
Memories, thoughts, beliefs.
Other than those things. Sorry?
I so patiently took us through that, and then we agreed, and now you're going back.
No, I'm not agreeing. You're because I don't agree with you have a massive leap of logic here. Just because we don't know how to measure a thought, because it's called the hard problem of consciousness, doesn't mean that it's not emergent from brains. That doesn't mean that. That's really, I think this is a very sophisticated argument from ignorance.
Well, I mean, if you have something that you can refer back to that's concrete, that does not move, that is the truth, like an answer key, right? Like in a test.
How would the universe itself not be that?
How would the universe itself not be that?
Yeah. Does the universe exist?
Yes, the universe exists.
Okay, if that's true, then there ought to be a subset of other true propositions contained within that universe regarding the nature of this universe. This whole thing about, but you don't have something ultimate to appeal to. If I claimed I did have something ultimate to appeal to, then couldn't I get away with saying things that aren't true and then just say, but I'm appealing to the ultimate source of truth?
No, if you were appealing to the ultimate source of truth, it would be true.
Yeah, and so what you've done here is you've said, well, this scientific evidence, which I accept in any aspect of my life, but I'm going to say it's not true because it disagrees with this thing that I have said is the objective standard of truth, which is exactly what I just said somebody could do. Every prophecy in this book has come true. Future prophecies will continue to come true forever. Only a divine being could have revealed a perfect text like this. That being is Spanky. Let us slay. So yeah, it does say that actually. Get wrecked, nerd.
Well, I'm so sorry. I don't play. I don't want to go with your foolish arguments or troll.
So if
troll
somebody says that the truth was revealed to me and they have a book as their justification for supernatural revelation, that's a stupid trolling argument? That's what you're saying?
It is.
Okay,
Because
how do you know
my-
that God exists?
Because the Bible, my personal experience of God and the Bible.
So
also.
through revelation and appealing to texts that were written down. The thing that you said is a stupid trolling justification is the only justification you have for believing in what you believe in. So how do you know that all the stuff you believe in with regard to the Bible wasn't just done and placed there by nefarious supernatural agents that tricked people?
Because the definition of the Christian God, God is not a deceiver. Nowhere in the Bible.
I know that Spanky is not a deceiver. I never said that Spanky deceived you. The question was, how do you know that supernatural nefarious agents didn't write a book that is false, designed to trick you, and that you fell for it?
Wait, are you talking about it? Are you referring to the Bible or referring to the Spanky Bible?
I'm referring
Because
to
again-
the Bible. The thing that was
Right, so-
written that you can't prove wasn't written by nefarious supernatural entities designed to trick you.
Because the Bible, it cannot be ordered by a, as you said, supernatural agent, right? Because again, there's no verse in the Bible, there's no phrase in the Bible saying that God is a deceiver.
What the fuck makes you think that the people trying to trick you would tell you, hey, by the way, you're being tricked?
Because again, it's rational, it's reasonable, it's supported with evidences.
Such as
historical evidences. We know that Jericho was destroyed by sulfur, etc.
Oh, fuck. No, you don't.
We found the Noah's Ark in Turkey. No.
Oh, man.
Dude, it
Oh,
was,
man. No,
it
Pee-Pee.
was-
No. Give me that. Don't drink that. No, Pee-Pee. Don't. Give me that. Stop it. Give me that. Don't. Put it down.
There's an article.
Because if everything's just a result of evolution, then the knowledge you have isn't due to your free will. It's just due to chemicals in your brain.
How do you freely choose to believe
Determinism.
the truth?
How do you freely choose?
Yeah.
I believe in free will.
Okay, tell me something that you believe is true.
That the sun is in the sky right now. The sun rose this morning.
All right, go ahead and don't believe that.
I don't want to.
Go ahead and do it anyways. I don't
Not very
want
well,
to.
so
What the
that's
fuck
it.
is this fucking second grader argument? Did you do it? Did you not believe it?
No, I just told you I didn't want to. I have free will, remember?
Yeah. So go ahead and choose to not believe that the sun is in the sky.
Yeah, I just told you I don't want to. I have free will.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you hear me?
So instead of this is the calmest tantrum I've ever seen. So congratulations on having your argument obliterated right in front of you. Now you failed to acknowledge it, but your tantrum revealed that you know that you have a completely inescapable problem here, which is you don't choose what you believe in. So what do you want to talk about next?
Yeah, you do choose what you believe.
Then go ahead and choose to not believe that the sun is in the sky.
I don't want to.
You're incapable of you're incapable of wanting to do it, apparently.
No, because in my
Go ahead and do it then.
I
We're going
believe
to
that
wait until
believing-
you don't believe that the sun is in the sky.
Calm down. I believe that it's better to believe in truth. So since I know that the sun rose today, I'm not going to believe otherwise because
That's
it's
great.
not
Go ahead and
true.
believe that the sun isn't in the sky. Then I will have one reason to believe what you're saying.
No, you just can't.
So
get
you
out of
can't
this
give me
argument.
one reason to believe what you're saying.
melting 'cause you can't get out of this
Congratulations.
dumb argument. I don't want to believe the sun didn't rise today.
I don't
buddy.
want to. It's
So
not
are
that
you
I,
gonna
it's not,
argue?
hey, you can't fire me. I quit. That's you right now.
but that light has to pass through something, correct?
Yeah,
To
water.
cause refraction.
Yeah, water.
No.
Yes.
Water has to be present, but that light has to pass through something to make the phenomena of refraction.
Yeah, water. Go in your yard, take the hose, notice how there's no rainbow, turn the hose on, notice how now there's a rainbow. What's the difference? Add water.
Yeah, but
How to make rainbows? Add water.
You still need the light to be passing through
Water. Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
You
water.
still need the light.
Yeah,
Still
water.
need
Sometimes ice, which is frozen water.
Apparently, we were all created in a hydrothermal vent. Right?
Life likely originated around hydrothermal vents. Yes.
Exactly. So, I know there's no study there is a study where it says that, all right, so back to my point, if
you made a point.
What's more plausible though? Like
Magic or non-magic? Non-magic.
Well, they're both. Well, the primordial soup is magic though.
Nope. It's chemistry.
I just agree to disagree on that.
Well, no, it's literally not magic. There's no violation of the laws of nature. Whereas creation by a god does necessitate that.
That's why there's no such thing as hell for you. We'll go back to number 8. You don't know God. You don't care about that. You don't care about this. You don't care about that. Number A.
Number A. This program is brought to you by the number A.
That's right. And what
What a
are you
fucking
gonna do?
moron.
Yeah, you're a moron. You don't even know God.
You think that the letter A is a number.
Oh, really? Yes, I'm going to think that the letter A is number 1. What kind of jackass are you? Seriously.
You said the
attacked
number
me for
A.
saying- Yeah, it starts from number A. B. It's the first one.
It's not a number.
Hey, look at me. I'm the host. I don't have meaning in life, but I'm going to come on TikTok.
Are all people that believe what you believe pieces of shit like this?
Let me try and get something to make fun of her.
You don't have to eat the microphone, honey. You're not
this
making
blank
any
look.
point. You're just making declarative statements.
Oh, I'm making where did you get that big word from grade school? Declarative statement. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. But you don't know God and you haven't received any from God. So your brain isn't even developed properly.
If my brain wasn't developed properly, I would think that numbers are letters.
You don't believe in models, but the gravitational model of Earth, how like there's different like gravitational pulls at like different forces because the mass of the Earth is not uniform.
Perfect.
What do you want me to reply to that, dude?
Well, the point is you can't, so.
What can't I, man? He's up in his
Anything, because you
imagination,
didn't
dude.
say anything. Yeah, so just...
Yeah, there's nothing to say to that.
Yeah, you just
Like,
not
fuck, what am I
on.
gonna say,
Yeah,
man?
if you just doubt, if you just say "nuh-uh," but you have
I
nothing
didn't
to
say
contribute.
nuh-uh, man. I didn't say anything.
Yes,
dude,
a
because there's
verbatim
nothing to say
fallacy.
there.
Congratulations. It's
I'm
it's
saying
not within you.
reification fallacy,
It's
dude,
not
because
within your
fucking
cognitive
he knows what
ability to
gravity is, and
respond
fucking
to
he
it.
thinks he knows there's a center
So
to
instead,
this
you just
fucking
say,
thing we live on, man.
"That guy has an
Great.
imagination."
Yeah,
Yeah, like I'm not a car mechanic, but if some guy came up to me and said, "Is what's wrong with your car?" I would say, "I really doubt that it's that." But then if the mechanic said, "Oh, did you go to trade school?"
Yeah.
No, I didn't go to trade school. I didn't study it. But I don't think that is what's wrong with my car. That's what you're doing. You're doing a fart fallacy.
Obviously, you think you're assuming that every Christian have to hold on to one aspect of ethics. That is not true.
right? You can be like you can hold on to some sort of deontological truth claims.
That is not what's in question. What's in question is the morality of the Bible objective?
Yeah, you can hold
if
on to
you have to make excuses for its things that are in the Bible are not okay outside the context of the Bible, then it's not objective. 1 second? Okay, you have been given exactly 1 second. Thank you for waiting 1 second. Or thank myself for waiting 1 second to give you that 1 second that you asked for. So this is not how objective works. I don't know that we can't have a conversation about this because you don't understand objectivity with regard to this. So I promise we can talk about whatever you want, just not this.
Yeah,
because you don't get it. You don't have the gift of understanding when it comes to this.
Because you don't know what you're talking about, right?
So what do you want to talk about next?
Well, 1 second.
Okay, I have given you 1 second, which is what you asked for. So what would you like to talk about next? Because we are not talking about objective morality because it's not, you do not have the gift of understanding for that topic. So what do you want to talk about next? Like I said, we can talk about literally whatever you want except that. So what do you want to talk about?
It is all claim. It still haven't provided any evidence. I'm looking for actual physical evidence for you to show me that the earth is actually not flat. So show me physical evidence.
Do you reject that when you look at the night sky in each hemisphere, the sky rotates in two different directions?
I reject that 100% because I don't see. I see an oblate spheroid. Do you know what a spheroid is?
So the earth is not flat because you see an oblate spheroid. Okay.
Right, so it's not round either. So what are you talking about?
So do you think the earth is flat?
Would be round. Yeah, so to me, I think that the earth is an oblate spheroid, similar to what the Bible depicts.
What is it doing, chat? What is it doing?
What is what doing?
What is it doing, chat? Chat, what is it doing?
What is what doing?
It.
Who's it?
You. What is it doing, chat? I don't understand.
I'm literally telling you that you're wrong for thinking that the earth is round. It's not round. It's an oblate spheroid.
An oblate spheroid is round.
No, it's not round.
All this says is Earth isn't flat. And earlier at the beginning of this conversation, when you said prove your claim or give evidence, I said evidence that Earth is a globe or that Earth isn't flat. So I never said that it's round. I said globe or isn't flat. But this is also just like a pathetic, pedantic little word game attack.
Can I ask a question of clarification, please? So when you say globe, are you insinuating that it's like somehow a different kind of shape that is not limited to flatness?
Chat, was that a sentence?
Yo, can you answer the question? It is
no, because it was unintelligible.
Yeah,
the Earth is a globe.
Right now, that's why.
Dude, I just wanted to pull this up just because it seems like we need it. Globe, a spherical or rounded object. What are you even arguing?
Right. So oblate spheroid is not round, bro. You just cooked yourself.
Is.
No, it's not.
Is a circle round?
Oblate spheroid is not round.
Kunta,
it's not its perfect
is
sphere.
a circle round?
No. Oblate spheroid is not a perfect sphere. That's the point.
Kunta, is a circle circle round?
It is a shape that is slightly flattened at the poles and bulging at the equator. That's all it is.
Nobody's saying the Earth isn't that.
Kunta,
you're arguing with nobody.
Kunta, is a circle round? Is a circle round?
Yeah, it is, but it's not a oblate spheroid.
Is an oval round?
But it's not an oval. Is not round.
This is a yes or no question. Is an oval round?
He said
no. Okay, well, this is.
Wait, no, time out. It's oblate spheroid round.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it's not, dummy. It's not perfect shape.
Round.
Nobody's saying
it's not perfect shape, so you guys are cooked too.
No, round does not mean perfect circle or perfect sphere.
Flattened? Do you guys understand that it's a shape that's flat? It's slightly flattened at the post of the equator.
Just let me know when you're. Let me know when you're done and when I can talk.
So basically, like, okay, so wait, so this shape, right? Physicists literally puts it like this: The shape is often used to describe planets like Earth.
So do you think the sun orbits the Earth?
No, I think the Earth orbits the sun.
Great. So heliocentrism, the heliocentric model, is therefore true.
Wait, what?
That's what it is.
You really hold on to heliocentrism?
You really hold on to heliocentrism? Yes. Do I think that the sun is the center of the universe? No. Is that what it means to adhere to heliocentrism? In the way that Copernicus thought? Yes. But actually, no.
So you're contradicting yourself.
No.
No. What would you say that you hold on to in the way that Copernicus thought, but actually no? Like, what are you talking about? I'm so confused.
Does the Earth go around the sun?
Yes.
So the Earth-Sun system is blank. Fill in the blank. The options are heliocentric or geocentric.
Yeah, I would say, wait, one second. So I would say,
still waiting.
Wait,
it's been 1 second and I'm still waiting.
Yeah. I'm trying to answer the question, right?
It's been at least 2 seconds and I'm still waiting. The options again were heliocentric and geocentric, and I'm literally still waiting.
Yeah, I'm trying to
literally still waiting for you to say one word.
I'm trying to respond.
I'm literally still waiting. It's been 1 second. I'm so confused as to why the words coming out of your mouth aren't one of the 2 options.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
I already said.
I'm literally still waiting. It's weird how you're making me wait.
Yeah.
Every time you talk, you don't say one of the 2 words.
Heliocentric
Still
model
waiting.
Still
waiting. One word. Still waiting.
Heliocentric model.
Heliocentric. Thank you.
Observation. We get it, right? It's a prediction. We get it.